Hello and happy new year, guys. I hope you are meeting this 2023 with a great mood and you are ready to disrupt the markets and via trading and investing. So today I'm going to talk about the layer 2 solutions for Ethereum ecosystem. Definitely, I think, and I shared with my private group and in my Twitter, I guess, that I think that the layer 2 solutions narrative is going to thrive and be on the forefront during the next bull run of the next cycle, because as we know and we suggest that Ethereum is going to be one of the leading ecosystem still. Maybe nobody knows, but maybe one day it is going to flip Bitcoin by capitalization. Nobody knows, but definitely Ethereum is going to thrive. All the Ethereum killers, they failed for the moment. So definitely Ethereum is going to thrive, and the people behind it that are protecting it and they are holding the biggest supply of Ethereum, they are going to support and sustain that um, that position of Ethereum on the market. So definitely we will need, and these L2 solutions like Optimism, Arbitrum, Boba Network, then currently developing Zero Knowledge Sync, and others, they are going to thrive. Even we don't know which is going to be the leading one. Um, we also know that Bybit, I shared with you recently in the latest videos, that Bybit is going to launch its own layer 2 solution, layer 2 network, the mantle network, to solve all those problems that Ethereum has from year to year, especially during the extreme bull run, the excessive fees and the scalability problems, maybe even the security problems, other stuff. So definitely, I think the layer 2s are going to be very trending during the next bull run. So so which is going to be the leading one, we don't know it yet, because but we can assume that there will be two leading layer 2 networks, which are Arbitrum and Optimism. A lot of people think Arbitrum is going to be the leading, but even if so, Optimism is not going to be far from it, and it is going to be the competitive one. Why? Because the data shows so. Recent For all the recent months, for the last 2 months, I was looking and following the on-chain data of the leading crypto research agencies, and they posted some graphs and other numbers of the L2 usage. And what can you think? As we can see from this one, from Delphi Digital, L2s, they've already, in the last 7 months, they already flipped Ethereum in activity. They performed more transactions per second than the Ethereum mainnet, which is telling us a lot. Also, let's look at this one, the information, the data, on-chain data about the last 6 months, I guess already 7 months of the transactions. And as you can see, Optimism was leading with more than 600,000 transactions. Arbitrum on the second place with 320, and there are others, but those are a little bit not ready like Optimism is now. So definitely, and as you can see, if you haven't used Optimism yet, it is very easy to use and actually fast and very convenient. I liked it. I liked using it. So, and let's look at another data from November. Now, as you can see, Um, Optimism also overtakes Ethereum as Synthetic's main hub. As you can see, um, Optimism also is a part of the Synthetics ecosystem and the Ethereum ecosystem, and they intertwine with each other and support each other's growth. Definitely, it is a good thing because not this asset is not only driven by the community but also by the money and the big players, big blockchains, networks of this market. So definitely, they are going to run with attention. So, and as you can see, we also have some data from Dune research analytics from for the last 7 months. As you can see, Optimism lately significantly outran the Arbitrum. Definitely, this is the comparison of the on-chain data. So definitely, this is the reason to consider that Optimism is going to thrive during the next bull market. But for me, I am not looking into buying Optimism's token. Why? Because I don't, for at least at these prices, at the current prices we have. Why? Because each time, as you can see, each time it was pumping hard, I was sharing on my Twitter account that I'm going to short it. I was suggesting that it is going to reverse here, and it did, but actually I didn't short it at this point because it was a little bit risky. There wasn't enough history to risk that much. But here already I was shorting until this zone, and I was telling it on my Twitter, and this was a logical reversal spot. Also, this global trend line also was reversal point for the recovery. Again, here we were retesting this level again, got rejected, reversed. It was easy to play level by level this one. Why is this? Why I am not buying Optimism? Because I don't like the incentivization programs there and the tokenomics in general. Let's look at it. Optimism, let's type it. Optimism. What do we have here? We have an immense, massive total supply of more than 4 billion, 4 billion token OP tokens. Definitely, and the price is already around $1 or more. So I don't want to buy an asset that gives me the possibility to 10x my investment, only maximum 10x from the current prices. So I don't think it is going to go higher, because at the moment when we potentially expect the next bull run around 2024, somewhere after the halving, on the market there is going to be in circulation, I guess. Let's look at the token unlocks. Yeah, and we will find here Optimism. Here it is. What we can see here, more than 4 billion max supply, and 75% of the tokens remain locked at the moment, and they're going to be unlocked. As you can see, the price is running more above $1 to $2 right now. It is logical because we only have 1 million OP in circulation, but look at it. Soon, at the end of May of 2023 of this year, we will have more than 50% of the OP tokens unlocked for core contributors and investors. This is going to be massive, and if we potentially expect some bull run, the massive bull run, to start after the Bitcoin halving in 2024. After 2024, look at how much is going to be the supply of OP at that moment. 2.6 billion of OP, and then it is going to 3.8. So definitely don't like it. I don't like so much tokens in circulation, all these unlocks that are coming in May. And definitely I'm following the OP incentives and ecosystem, and they're dropping a lot of OPs as rewards to all the users that use their ecosystems, decentralized apps, market makers, DEXs, provide liquidity and other stuff. So definitely they are giving away a lot of tokens for free in my opinion. So let's look at, I'm focusing on their ecosystem because it is young. The Optimism, the OP token was released not long ago, I guess half a year of the year, a year, but their their ecosystem projects, they're really young and they have a facilitating tokenomics. Let's look at some of them. The apps of their ecosystem do not pay attention to some of their affiliates like Aave, Synapses Protocol, Coinbase Wallet. It is clear that they are implemented, intertwined with these apps and ecosystems, but they belong to other networks. But let's focus only on the top ones that are built by Optimism and for Optimism network. We know from these two, we know Synthetics and Perpetual Protocol. They were built for Ethereum, and they continue to work with and collaborate and provide services for Optimism too. But I don't. They were very popular during the previous bull run, but I don't think they are going to be that going to give that much as they did before. Let's look at Synthetics SNX. It was great for those who were accumulating between 2018 and 2020. They received an immense return, more than 6,000%, or even more for those who were buying the bottom, who were believing OMG. Unbelievable returns for those who were believing in the project and were holding it for as long as the bull run lasted. And if they sold there somewhere here, they made a fortune. So definitely buying Synthetics if you don't believe in these low caps that are very risky. I'm not telling you to buy it. It is, I am sharing the information about what I'm going to do, because it is my way I'm sharing here, just for informational purposes, sharing this with you and discussing it with you. So definitely Synthetics can be bought for those who are willing to invest in fundamental assets. So definitely, but I don't like how it looks on the weekly. We have this candle that looks kind of aggressive. I don't know whether it is, but this one, I don't like it actually. So I think for now we are holding this global trend line as we kind of lost it, but now we probably recovering it, reclaiming it. But this candle tells me that even if we reclaim it and we break this local trend line, we will try to pump harder, but I think we eventually will end up around 90 cents, $1, retesting the support of this global previous range, the previous range. And that is where I would like to buy Synthetics, and I would buy it actually, but do not expect something extra from this asset, because nobody is going to pump it and give him the new all-time highs. You should know it already if you follow my videos, my Twitter. You should know that the big money need the smart money. They do not get into something they already pumped. They were pumping it in 2021, and it was easy because all the money, this was a low capitalized asset, and it was really easy to push it higher into the exploration of their price. There wasn't enough liquidity to fight. Now there are a lot of people who bought here, 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 and then here, and in other places that are going to drop each time the price is going to get back to those levels. They are going to sell or take profit from here to here. So definitely nobody needs that. No, the smart money, the big money, they don't need to spend a lot of money to drive the price to some levels they need it at. So definitely, but logically, during the bull run, I guess if we find support here, we will come to $10 or 15, 17, $18. I guess it is totally possible, but that will take time in my opinion. So definitely SNX is a good thing, because if you look at it, synthetics, it also built some of the assets that are now operating on only on Optimism network. If you look at it, the derivatives liquidity protocol, synthetics, powered by synthetics, Quanta, Lira, Thales, all of the top Optimism products, as you can see, Lira, and we are going to look at it closely right now, because Lira is one of my leading investments and I'm going to invest. This is for my risky portfolio. It is not for my fundamental. I don't care whether I earn something from it or I'm losing it. It is the risk I am taking, and those money were created from my profits on trading. So definitely it is for the promising projects like that can give me an excessive return, maybe x20, x50, x100, who knows, but maybe it will. So definitely I paid my attention to Lira, and it is the leading one. Why? Because Lira is an open protocol for trading options. Maybe you don't, a lot of people are not, they are underestimating the trading options, because we, the people from crypto community, we are used to centralized exchanges, we are used to futures and perpetual contracts, to trading them. But if you really believe that we are getting into the adoption phase, that, and we have the signs of that, because a lot of top countries, even the US, Great Britain and others, they are developing right now the framework for the crypto regulation. And when they do implement it, definitely a lot of old traditional market, stock market players, they are going to invade into this crypto trading and crypto assets segment. And when they do, they probably, most probably, they will bring their own traditions and customs here. This is what I was telling for the last 2 years, which a lot of people didn't believe in first, but now they get it. Most of them, the smart people, do get it, this connection. This is why the S&P BTC follows the S&P price movement, for that reason too. So if the traditional players, traders, investors will come to crypto, more of them, when it becomes regulated, they definitely are going to trade not that much our futures that we are used to. They are going to trade calls and use calls and puts, trading options. And especially if you followed lately, in the last year I was following that and noticed that Binance and I guess and even 100% I know Bybit was introducing and implementing options on their exchanges, and even incentivizing users to use them. It wasn't that, I guess, successful, because a lot of people still remain trading futures. But if traditional traders will come to our market, they will be massively using the options trading. And who are the leaders of the options trading? Of course, they are going to be our centralized exchanges, like top exchanges like Binance. Currently, the options trading platform Deribit, but also like the ones that we have, central SEXes and DEXs. We have the DEXs that spiked right now during the situation on the market with the FTX and others, and they are going to spike further when the regulation is going to become tougher. A lot of people will still get back to decentralized exchanges. The same situation can happen with decentralized platforms for options like Lira Finance. So definitely, and Lira not only building, let's look at it. So this is already the app, I guess. Yes, so definitely here you can trade options on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and as you can see, you can find the feeling that it looks like Robinhood. It reminds me of Robinhood interface and other stuff. You can use calls, puts here. We have vaults and rewards. You can buy Lira and stake it with a 10% APY. Also, you can add it into the provide liquidity here with the and stake Lira with wrapped Ethereum and getting already 41% APY. Great opportunities for in my opinion here. Why? Also, let's look at the Lira data. As you can see, the market cap is only $5 million, and the price lately spiked. I wanted to, and the max supply is only 1 billion tokens. So definitely, the price, the room for the growth is immense. Actually, also I like the fact that the audit was performed by the CertiK. Only wealthy companies can allow themselves to do that, to use CertiK as their auditor. And as you can see, the next one, let's look at the official website of the Lira, and what we can see here, they are going to add Aave soon. Almost 1 billion trading volume. It is not even started. It is not the options trading, especially on decentralized platform, is not that popular at the moment, but it will at some point when the narrative comes. And also, Lira not only was built by incubated by Synthetics and is going to operate in the Optimism ecosystem, Lira, and provide the options trading. Lira also provides grants for other companies, other startups to build on their ecosystem and help them to provide all the problems that can appear in the decentralized options trading. And it was described, if you want to find out more information, there are a list of these platforms that provide the decentralized options trading at the moment, and they are all at the very beginning at the moment, while people do not recognize their actual value at the moment. So definitely, if you want to find out more and to read an unbiased opinion of pros and cons of Lira and other their competitors on Arbitrum, like GoPax, I guess. GoPax. Premia. GoPax. No. DoPax, I guess. Yes, DoPax. This is on Arbitrum, also the options trading platform, but it also is worth a lot at the moment, but the supply is below 1 million. I would buy it actually below $200. 150 would be okay, but until that I wouldn't think of it. Also, there is Premium as the competitor of the Lira. Also, one of the promising ones, I guess, in the Arbitrum ecosystem. Also, you can also is affordable, and but there is no market cap data at the moment. So definitely, but that article will explain you all the pros and cons of Lira and other of these mentioned platforms, and why Lira and its recently introduced Avalon update is actually resolving the problems of the liquidity of the centralized options platforms and protocols, and how it solves this problem, and actually gives a very high promise of Lira to become one of the leaders in this decentralized options segment. And also, Lira started to incubate and create their own platforms. Polynomial was in the center of attention recently, creating the vaults and other stuff, liquidity for the Lira, and D-Hedge also we heard about it. Brahma didn't heard about. It uses Lira options to enhance returns with managed momentum strategies. So definitely Lira builds its own ecosystem already, not only providing trading for options in a decentralized manner. So definitely this is my number one asset I'm going to buy. I didn't buy it yet because I was expecting it to get a little bit lower after it was pumped by one of the Western popular influencers and bloggers on the YouTube. I was hoping it will get back to 4 or 5 cents like here was, but apparently it didn't. So I don't know. So now I am following Bitcoin, and if you followed me on Twitter yesterday, I posted some info about the resistance we are at. So if we break it to the upside, definitely I'm going to buy Lira by any price I will get at that moment. If we get rejection and start descending again, definitely I'm going to wait for 5-6 cents, 5 and somewhere there, to buy Lira in my portfolio, and I'm going to hold it. And this is my decision, this is only mine. I'm not urging you to buy it or whatever, I'm just sharing you with this information. Do whatever you want with it. Also, the next one I guess is Velodrome Finance. It is hard to explain this one because the second one, but why it is hard? Because it is the central trading platform, decentralized exchange, I guess, of the Optimism network, and it provides the liquidity. And recently, it was extremely popular, and a lot of this is the projects that incentivizing liquidity on Velodrome. Velodrome Finance can be, we don't know it yet, it is not guaranteed totally, but it can become in the next bull run. We'll have to wait for a long time for it, but maybe one day it will become something new, another DeFi top platform, especially if Optimism, as we said, thrives during the next bull run. Definitely Velodrome can become the next sushi maybe, and other synthetics or whatever can pump that much, and definitely the price can. And let's get back to the information about CoinMarketCap. About its tokenomics. Velo. Let's look at it. Sorry. It is now worth a little less than 2 cents. It was lower recently at 170, 180. I was waiting at least 1.5 or 1 cent. As you can see, we can find a good chart and history because it is fresh, new from June 2022. But as you can see, the volatility here it lost volatility now, but it was pumping nicely to 10 cents easily. Why? Because this assets has no liquidity at the moment. Look at it, is less than 3 million. Who knows what is going to happen next? And the supply, max supply, is 400 million Velo tokens. Technically, if it becomes a thing, it is going to be very, very profitable. The return is going to be at least 50x or maybe even 100x. Who knows what is going to happen? It is hard to understand all these liquidity bribes you can provide here on the launching their app. You can provide liquidity in their pools and creating new liquidity pairs and bribing, voting or bribing for these pairs to to keep them sustainable. So definitely this one is going to be one of the most promising projects if the Optimism ecosystem thrives during the bull run. So definitely the risk reward ratio here is definitely in favor of the reward. This is the second asset I'm going to buy if I get a chance. Yeah, but following the activity for the last 1.5 months on Velodrome was crazy. A lot of, as you can see, Beefy Finance, Terra Finance, Reaper Farm, and others, a lot of others were adding their Quanta. This is also an asset from the one of the top assets from the Optimism ecosystem. It allows to trade real world assets and derivatives on chain. Great one. The price of the token is a little bit high for me right now, kind of. So also the hedge that we mentioned, also related to Lira, creating vaults. So a lot of assets. So you can also pay attention to Quanta, but Quanta is a little bit expensive asset, as you can see, 178, and we don't know what is the circulating supply, total supply. There is no data, so I'm not going into this one. I see more mathematical expectance here on Velodrome, Lira, and as you can see, a lot of activity recently creating the liquidity and pairs here on the Velodrome 5. You can also, if you want to find out more information of the technical liquidity info on how Velodrome Finance operates, you can read the articles on their Medium account. Maybe in the coming weeks I will find a better summarized info, explainable info on this project, and I will share it with you on Twitter. So this was the second one, and the third one, I don't know whether to consider it, but Hope Protocol was released recently, and this is and it was in the center of attention, and I think it has value, although at the first look at it, it doesn't seem like it's something big here, but and potential. But if we look at their feed on Twitter, we can see how much they are interacting with the zero knowledge sync, the highly anticipated also layer 2 solution, I guess, based on zero knowledge, that is going to cooperate with Hope Protocol immensely. So definitely, and with Arbitrum, as you can see, what is Hope Protocol? It helps to send assets across the rollups and their shared layer 1 network in a quick and trustless manner. So definitely what you can do, you can use send your Ethereum from Optimism and Arbitrum easily here with low fees and fast, or from Optimism to mainnet of the Ethereum, Polygon, Gnosis, and other stuff. Definitely it also has its own uh, liquidity pools and providing rewards for people who use it. Also, Optimism provides rewards in OP, as you can see here, for using this platform too. So definitely, as I said, Optimism ecosystem, um, it incentivizes usage of all of these platforms and providing liquidity, using trading, paying fees and other stuff, and pays rewards in OP, as I said before. So definitely Hop Protocol, Velodrome Finance, Lira are those low cap risky assets that can thrive, as you if we will see here. Hop Protocol, how much do we have here? 7 cents. It is worth 7 cents. Max supply 1 billion. We don't know the circulating supply and market cap at the moment. The history of the price is this. The top is 20 cents, so definitely 6.5. 7 cents is the bottom for it at the moment. Who knows what is going to happen, but definitely this one is also to pay attention to. So I guess it was useful to you guys. I don't know what you think about Optimism. You can share it in the comments, your thoughts. But I'm not urging anybody to do any actions or investments based on this and on the information you got from this video. These are just my thoughts, and I am sharing with you my path, my personal path, and I think you understood. So goodbye guys, have a nice day.